Citizens, and welcome back to the verse. Here I am in Bikini Point, about to go do a little bit of looting, and I just thought I'd let you know that this video is more of an update on where I've been and what I've been up to, as well as a little bit of a talk about an upcoming event in Star Citizen, and not a lot of gameplay. So if you're looking for gameplay, I'm letting you know right now. Look at these clouds. These are great. I love that. Not a lot of gameplay in this video. Next one, I'm going to be trying out some of your suggestions. We're going to go over that. I just thought I'd let you know that's what this video is about, so hopefully you enjoy it. I did it! I'm here! Good morning, citizens! The reason why I am excited is because it is Tuesday the 14th, and I'm in the verse. It has been a while. I do say on my videos that I try to show you the bugs in the game when they happen. I like to show an unvarnished look at Star Citizen because I think it's awesome. I think I love playing this game. I have a fun time playing this game. Not everything's for me, but there's a lot in here that I do enjoy, and I like to show people a realistic look of what the game's like. But I haven't shown you the last few days because the last few days I've just not been able to get in the game. That bug is kind of boring. I've been getting a 30k just on login, so it'll be like a infinite loading, and then it'll just say 3009, I think it was, and yeah, can't log in. Finally, after that, it was a new error, which was 60,000 shard full. So I am currently on an Asian shard because it's the only one I was able to get into. But that's why I haven't really updated anything since my last video because, you know, things have been going kind of wonky. But we're back. I'm happy about that. I'm happy to be back in the verse. Although, I'm not really going to do lots because I'm on a server that I normally wouldn't play on. But if we look at our ships here, in our last one, I was doing a lot of delivery, the hauling contracts. Made enough money to get myself a Cutlass Black. So I now have the Aurora MR, Dragonfly, the Cutter, the Cutlass Black, and the Nomad. And for some reason, they all say claim because they're stored at different locations. Where am I right now? Where am I? I am at Faithful Dream, which is one of my favorite places to set up shop if I'm mining. I don't have a mining ship. Also, if we look at here, after buying that, I am down to 1.3 million. Still not bad. It means that I'm close to being able to buy a new ship. Now, I did listen to the comments on my video about picking up the Cutlass to be able to do some bigger hauling contracts. And, what happened there? Oh, it's a Dragonfly. I thought it was the Cutter. I don't need the Dragonfly. Alright, we're just going to claim the Cutter. I think that's a pretty quick claim. 3 minutes, that'll be fine. Now, the Cutter itself is a cool starting ship, and I do like that ship. But I was told by a lot of people in my comments two things. One, admittedly my fault. I didn't really think of it, which is that the Cutlass Black has a tractor beam. I will admit I have never used the Cutlass Black tractor beam. I've used the one on the Nomad, which is okay if the bed is lowered and really bad if the bed is raised. I've used it on the C1, and I have tried to use it without much luck on a Caterpillar. Other than that, ship-based tractor beams, just something I haven't used at all. And so I totally didn't think about using a tractor beam on the Cutlass. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that works in hauling missions. Not necessarily in this video, but I will try that out. The other one that I never even thought of is people said I should rent a Haul A. Now, I've used a Haul A during the expo, rented one for free, and then basically put it out of my mind and never tried it again. But so many of you said give the Haul A try. It would be great for doing the hauling contracts because you could just snap everything to the side and you can fit a lot of different shaped boxes on there. I agree. I think that might actually be the ideal hauling contract ship. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be making a little bit more money and getting a haul. I was originally thinking I'd get either a prospector or a vulture, and I was actually thinking prospector, do a little more mining. Now that I have the cuddy to take the refined goods and sell them, but I might go Hull A first since it's honestly a good idea and it's something that I've never really done before, and therefore it might be something really good for the channel for me to try something new and give it a go there. So I'll wait another minute. I could afford, but you know, when we're trying to make money, every little bit of money helps. Uh, so what I'm going to do today, and what I'm going to be doing some playing, but I'm not really going to be showing you guys that. I just thought I would talk a bit and give you an update about why I haven't produced any new content. I'm just going to, especially since I'm on an Asian server, so it means the lag might be there. It might not be really great to do a lot of stuff. I instead am going to go to Area 18, around ArcCorp. Not Area 18, but around ArcCorp. I'm going to go to Walla. I'm going to head up my favorite place again, which is Paradise Cove. Do a little bit of looting, see if I can't get myself some cool gear there. So I'm going to take the cutter there. But before I go there, I might spend a little bit of money. I think there might be a cargo deck here. There isn't. So I'm going to go to Bajini Point. I'm going to pick up myself a 1SCU box. And then I'm going to go do a little bit of looting of Paradise Cove and see what I can find. I don't know what else I have here. I do need to put on a backpack and chest, which I don't currently have on. I might have some of that here. I'll check when I'm in the hangar. And I'm going to reset my spawn a little bit closer to Walla so I can start getting a little bit more gear. Build up a little bit of gear. Then, outside of this video, I'm going to do a little more hauling contracts in the Cutlass Black, which is currently at Area 18. And then once I have enough money for a haul, we're going to try some of the hauling contracts with the haul. We're going to see what that's like. I think it'll be pretty awesome, and we're going to work on there. As I head over to Bajini Point, there's one other thing I'm going to talk about, and this is about, in general, the 4.0 patch and what's coming up. One thing is the Save Stanton Phase 2, or Part 2, or whatever you want to call it. That's coming up soon, so hopefully that's something that's going to happen quite soon and actually turn out well. Also, from what I understand, you still have until that section is released to finish Part 1. If you're still one of those people who haven't finished Part 1, I don't know what it's like. I haven't heard anything about Part 2 because it is currently in the PTU, what the new jobs for that is. But it'll be interesting to try it out. I don't know how many phases there are. I don't know how long it'll take to complete those phases. Something about this cutter just takes a while sometimes. Like, it's thinking whether it wants to open. There we go. We got in there. The other thing coming up, and I wasn't really thinking about this until I saw the advertisement yesterday on This Week in Star Citizen, and that is that on Saturday or Sunday, let me look real quick. It is on Saturday, is the Daymar Rally. Now, I think this is awesome. This is one of those things that I don't know how many people who play Star Citizen really know what the Daymar Rally is, and it is something that I think everyone should know what it is because it is a terrific event that is a community-run event. Basically, think of something like the Dakar or like the Baja races. Very similar to that. We have classes. There was the Rover class with, like, a lot of people use like the Ursas. There's the bike class, which people use like the Dragonflies and the Nox. Maybe the X1 is in there. I don't know. Maybe the Pulse is in there. I'd have to look at the classifications. Different teams enter. Usually it's a max of 4. So you have 2 drivers and 2 support. But there is some teams with less. And there is a limited number of vehicles that you can have as replacement vehicles. Also, a limited number of types of support vehicles. So usually people have Hercules, but the support vehicles are only there for support, repair. So if you need to change from one vehicle to another because you've suffered damage, you can drive into the Herc while it's parked, it can't move, get another vehicle, pull out, and off you go. It is a fairly long race. It does take quite a long time, and there have been issues in the past with how the servers are running and how the game runs. But one thing that's going to make this more interesting than any other Daymar rally is normally there is the worry about griefing. There is the worry about having somebody attack the racers just because no matter what, you do something on the internet, there's always going to be someone who wants to ruin it. It's a way of life. You just got to get used to it. And so with the Daymar rally, there was always the worry about being attacked by other players. In that regards, I kind of think of it as the Tusken Raiders in the pod racing scene in Star Wars, where they sit out there and they shoot at the pod racers that go by. The difference is Tusken Raiders camp out with a sniper rifle and shoot people as they zoom by. It's not the same as someone flying along in whatever ship they have and just shooting until the person's destroyed, which possibly could happen. So what they've done in the past, servers had, even when they were increased, a limited number of people on them. And that number was between 50 and 100 in some cases, maybe less. So by getting people in a party and all getting on a server and kind of taking over a server, or at least taking over a massive amount of the server, they were really able to prevent a lot of issues from happening on the rally. And now, with server meshing and the massive amount of servers and players playing, that's a thing of the past. So what's going to happen in the Daymar rally? This will be a real turning point for not only the rally, but community run events. And so I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be awesome. I really think that this will show what can happen in the verse, and hopefully what can happen will be positive. So that's my thought. Now, if you've never seen the Daymar rally before, it is amazingly well done. So you have the racers racing, you have the support staff. There's usually a checkpoint that you have to run in and out of at one point or another. Some of those checkpoints are point of interest. Some of those checkpoints are like a reclaimer parked somewhere that you have to like get to. There are camera ships, so they're basically ships that are flying around following, that are then transmitting their footage to a group that outputs like a broadcast. So it'd almost be like a helicopter following a race car, and you're watching the race come from there. And then you have the announcers and the presenters giving their commentary while the race goes on. And it is run well. Whoever's putting it on does a great job. 100% support it by just watching, support it by just kind of hopefully treating the racers well. So it'll be kind of cool to see how well the races go. It's something that I try to watch every year. It's something that one year I would actually like to take part in, but I've never had the time, and I don't have a team, so it hasn't been something I've done. All right, where is my station? Over this way. So we're going to go over, we're going to set our spawn here, and then I'm going to go head out to Bajini Point. But that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. About 15 minutes will be plenty. Oh, there's one of the things that always happens. If it doesn't jump when you're fully calibrated, just look away, recalibrate. There we go. Worked. Something that's kind of annoyed me with this game is that it always keeps setting my maximum speed when it comes off. I always have to bring it down because I find myself flying at a station at full speed. One other thing, if someone can tell me how to fix this. So my direction marker here is not working. And it was on fade. Oh, you know what? I just realized I might have fixed it or figured out what's wrong with it. So if we go to game settings, and we're going to go all the way down to pilot velocity indicator, always on. It was on fading. I'm going to turn it always off. Nope, that didn't fix it. So that seems to be broken. So we're going to put it back on fade. Because fading at least is working. You can see there, it's showing me now. It does go away when I'm right at it. But that's better than always on or off, which both seem to be off. I kind of like the velocity indicator. It helps me with mining when I'm aiming towards an asteroid to know that I'm not going to hit it, or if I'm aiming towards a station, I'm not going to hit it. So, yeah, that's something I'm going to put in issue council. Hasn't been working. I thought maybe they just labeled it wrong, but that was not the case. We are going to request a landing. I am requesting a landing, and none of those are working. Are we having an issue? An issue with the game? Yeah, none of these are... Oh, server error. Look at that. All right, so I guess that is the time for me to call it on this video. I am going to, like I said, go get a container, go do a little bit of looting, take it a little bit easy. We're going to be back with a Haul A, and we're going to try it out. Until then, while I wait for this, you can take some time to subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Give this video a like. Leave a comment. I always do read my comments. And if you have something I should try, if you have something that you think I missed in my last video, let me know. I'm definitely going to try out the Haul A. Never thought of that. Definitely going to try out the tractor beam on the Cutlass. Didn't think of that. What else should I try? Until then, I hope to see you all soon in the verse. Bannable offense. Good name, Betty. Goodbye, everybody.